And welcome back to this week's Who Would Win. And today on Who Would Win, we're doing Amazo versus Alien X from Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, brought to you by Phantom X, who gives me the suggestion. Why am I talking so fast? Because I have not slept except for 3 hours within the span of 48 hours, and I've gone crazy. I'm not joking on that last part either. Not the crazy part. I've been up since. Oh, hello. Hey, Domino, you've been up since how long today? I've been up since 8 a.m. yesterday, and I think I got a grand total of 3 hours of sleep. So do the math, really. In a span of roughly, what time is it now? Almost 5 o'clock here. That would mean that it'd take 3 hours almost. 36 hours. That means I've been up for, roughly speaking, 30 hours with almost no sleep. So, yeah, I'm a little woo at the moment. I'm actually generally okay. I was just playing it up for laughs, folks, but I'm generally okay. I'm tired, but I'm generally okay. But anyway, Phantom X asked the question, who would win the fight? We're going to just scroll down a little bit. There we go. You go, baby. You go, baby. Who would win the fight? Amazo from the DC universe versus Alien X. Now, we're going to basically kind of cap out Amazo a little bit, allowing him to be at his max potential for this fight, because there's different iterations, because Amazo is nothing more than an android. He's a very capable, powerful android. Here, monkey. Monkey. You monkey. There you go. He's a very powerful android that is capable of copying pretty much any metahuman power or any superpower within his vicinity or line of sight. He's copied such abilities as Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. In fact, I can pull it up right here now. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan version, Aquaman, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Firestorm, Zatanna, Red Tornado, Red Arrow, Black Canary, Black Lightning, Elongating Man, the Atom, and Captain Atom. So yeah, in his long history, he's copied a lot of individuals' powers. But his powers have always had a time frame limitation. He can't maintain them forever. Granted, in the TV show, and just like, yes, he could, but that's a different version of Amazo that we're using. Granted, I believe that is the one that I did put in the thumbnail. So to be fair, we'll use two different versions of Amazo, and we'll use two different versions of Alien X. So, yeah, and he can pretty much copy anything in his vicinity. Anything Now, granted, in the Justice League TV series, he did also copy the weaknesses of whatever member he copied, but he later outgrew and evolved past that. So, really, eventually he copied like all the powers of the Lanterns, just about everyone. He was pretty much nigh God, but then he ran up against something that happened with Solomon Grundy. He's like, oh no, I don't. Something's wrong here. I will go and meditate on this and da-da-da-da, and then he disappeared for the rest of the series. So, going up against Alien X, with Alien X we have a problem. And that is, Alien X can literally do anything. Alien X is a reality warper to the umpteenth degree. If Alien X, Ben as Alien X anyway, because the one thing he couldn't do was stop the destruction of the universe. Instead, he just created a completely new universe. Because the celestial sapiens, as they are, exist actually outside of the known universe. Kind of in their own pocket universe. But as Alien X, you can pretty much do anything. It also has nigh invulnerability, super strength. We're going to open the door so there's nothing outside. Super strength, basically any ability he wants, more or less. And, yeah, Alien X can do anything. However, Alien X also has a very big problem. See, Alien X, a general celestial sapien, has two conflicting personalities. I can't remember if they have any other name. I can't remember the actual names, but one is like the positive, one's the negative, and they're always at odds. So it takes God knows how long for them, like centuries, decades, centuries, maybe even eons, just to make a single decision. So they spend most of their time in debate. So they're almost always standing still. That's why Ben, even though he was able to use Alien X the first initial time he used it, was stuck in debate the whole time. That's why Alien X couldn't move. But Ben later learned to gain control. They allowed Ben full reign of Alien X's powers. So, and then, you can do what you want. So we're going to use not only 2 Amazos, but 2 Alien X. We're going to use a standard Celestial Sapien, and we're going to use Ben in control of Alien X. So, the question becomes, who wins in the fight? So first, we're going to put in a standard... We're going to put the standard Alien X against the Amazos. So if we're going standard Alien X versus an Amazo, the just comic version of the Amazo, the comic version of the Amazo is going to win. Reason for this is, unless the personalities decide to realize they are in trouble, they are not going to. They're not going to do anything. In fact, they didn't do anything when I can't remember the name of the guy who wanted to absorb the power of a celestial sapien came into fray. But he was about to absorb the power of a celestial sapien and pretty much become a god. But none of them did anything. So basically, he would just come and warped Alien X. Now, that being said, you can make the argument that once Alien X started to maybe either warp out of existence or just start to disintegrate, or whatever the Amazo android would do, you could then make the argument that then maybe they'd go into actual survival modes, like agreed to survive, and then an actual fight would ensue. If that happens, I still lean towards the Amazo, simply on the fact that the Amazo might have other abilities on default, and if it does not, then I might go to the Celestial Sapien, because the Celestial Sapien, while it has a computer brain, the Amazo, and can think of many things, Celestial Sapien actually has legitimate personalities, thoughts, feelings, all that, emotions, that can play a factor in making decisions. So in that regard, I would say maybe Celestial Sapien would do some out-of-the-box thinking and take out the Amazo android. If it's a Celestial Sapien Alien X without Ben versus the Justice League one, the Justice League one's probably going to beat it regardless, because the Justice League one at that point was already near a god. It moved Oa out of the way just without any hesitation. An entire planet, it just moved out of the way with nothing. So that thing was near God as it already was. Copying the powers of a Celestial Sapien, adding on to that, would pretty much put him over the edge even for a Celestial Sapien. At least a standard one. So in that regard, I would go with the ultimate, or I would go with the animated Amazo. If it's Ben Alien X versus the Amazo, I go with the Ben Alien X. Because the Amazo would initially try the powers, but Ben would already probably be on his guard and probably try to take him out anyway. If the Amazo comes and tries to warp reality, Ben can immediately counteract the warping of reality. And again, while not a supercomputer, Ben is very intelligent and has more experience with the form and the use of the powers. Ergo, he's able to think outside the box and figure out countermeasures to that. Maybe he distracted him by removing his arm, which the Amazo would quickly try or focus on regenerating. Otherwise, Ben would then just take away his entire mind and thinking process and just gone. So in that sense, I would take Ben in that fight. If we're going Ben versus Amazo from Justice League, in terms of experience using the form, Ben has more experience using the form. But if you're talking about the overall package, plus super intelligence, plus telekinesis, and all that, and telepathy of all things, he could read Ben's mind prior to that. However, there is a catch on that. A catch in trying to read the Celestial Sapien's mind is that he made a deal with the 2 other warring personalities not to interfere so he can use the power. But they're still there, to as far as I know. So in that form, Ben could actually, if he tries to read their mind, those 2 could easily get in the way. And that could distract him long enough for Ben to do something where maybe he tears him out of existence or something like that. So, and I do think the Amazo android in Justice League would try to do it, because he did that plenty of times before with reading minds. Especially because he felt he was just so powerful that, he had a single-minded purpose to figure out what his purpose was. So in that sense, he would read minds and things like that all the time. So I imagine that, but because of the warring personalities and then the two other personalities in Ben's head, that I think would be a kind of initial psychic shield towards him, at least for some extent, which will allow Ben enough time to basically get the jump on him, so to speak, and take him out. So I would just very minorly lean towards Ben Alien X in that scenario. So when you break down the 4 different scenarios here, yeah, 4 different scenarios, because each one's fighting each other twice, or at least once. you have where I think Amazo beats a standard Celestial Sapien, excuse me, Amazo from Justice League beats a standard Celestial Sapien. A normal Amazo, I think, does lose to a Celestial Sapien, but it is a close fight. And I think Ben does overall beat both the other 2 versions of Amazo. The normal comic one, he would struggle. He would have some problems, but he'd be able to handle himself. But just by a slim margin, I think would he be able to beat the Justice League, animated Justice League Amazo. So overall, that's 3-1 in favor of Alien X. So I overall give the fight to Alien X. But a couple of those matches, particularly the Ben Alien X versus Justice League, animated Justice League Amazo, that would be a close fight. I think the only factor that really kind of gives Ben a slight edge is the fact that he has 2 personalities in his head to kind of get in the way of the telepathy that Amazo would try, which would give Ben an opening to, take him out. So that's my thoughts on that. But what do you think? Do you think Amazo would beat him all the time? Do you think Alien X would beat him all the time? Do you think any of the scenarios I think are wrong? Please put it in the comments below. Let me know. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. What If will be up later today, and then as well tomorrow and Sunday. And that will be the end of the week of What Ifs. So I think I'm doing pretty well. It helps I have the weekend off this weekend, so I can actually do the What Ifs at my own leisure. Plus box office later in the week. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time.